an insight video today. I've been talking a lot about loads of different concepts over the last few months, spiritual sort of practices, spiritual tools. I've been talking about union of the soul, the higher self, oneness vibration, and source-like creation. Source-like creation is something all beings, all spiritual beings, need to sort of consciously and become aware of. Like, we are all light, we are all energy. And I've woken up this morning and I can feel like this light activation, this light vibration, this light frequency within myself. And I'm being directed and I'm being sort of given insight to stay in this light, stay in this vibration, stay in this frequency. Again, this is the oneness vibration, this is the oneness frequency. It is the universal law of correspondence, but it also is all things at once. Universal law of correspondence is the awareness of knowing that you are this infinite being of light and energy, and at any time and at any moment in the eternal moment you can access this. And this is one of the tools, this is one of the practices, this is what universal laws bring to each being, is the understanding, the awareness, the infinite consciousness, the infinite ability of each being, the essence, the I am presence, that you have the ability at any moment, in like the sixth dimension sort of reality of like co-creation with source-like creation, source-like vibration and frequency. And the universal law of correspondence teaches us this. It sort of gives us the understanding, the awareness, the consciousness that as a infinite being of light and energy, that you can shift and change and create reality. And this is the infinite sort of again, this is the relationship between co-creation. It also connects directly to the universal law of attraction, inspired action, which within themselves, like the law of attraction, is the reflection. You are each and every one of you are a being of light and energy, and your consciousness and your vibration and frequency creates your reality. And the universal law of correspondence teaches us this. It teaches us that each and every one of us are a mirror, and what we are sort of like expressing from our essence, our light, our energy, is what creates our reality. So once we start to understand this, we start to shift and change and create consciously in a different way as spiritual beings. So the universal law of correspondence teaches us that in our light and our energy, when we reflect and express that in its true form and its true essence, then we create reality in the external world, the 3D reality. But it also again teaches us about this concept of diamond consciousness, which is the union of, like, when I say like heaven on earth, it's the direct union of source-like creation and the oneness vibration. And when we express, or we start to connect to that, we express consciousness and reality in a very different way. And this is part of the sixth dimensional reality as well, like co-creation, where we start to once again connect directly to the source energy, which we did many years ago within Atlantis, Lemuria, these sort of times. I mean, they're talking about now, Andromeda, they're talking about Lyra. These sort of like concepts, or these energy frequencies, are a direct reflection of source energy, but also the fact that we're once again opening up to these many different realities, these many different dimensions of light and energy frequencies that are currently anchoring onto the planet. And this is what's going on with many of us at the moment. And this is why I feel like this morning I've been told to, or I've been directed to talk about light energy. It's remaining that light consciousness, that light frequency, because light shines energy. It sort of like, it creates vibration and frequency to all things, and it also brings insight and wisdom. The light energy holds the frequency of pure consciousness, pure vibration and frequency. And when we're in that state, we're also open then to access our higher self, and also then start to receive consciousness and information from source-like creation and the oneness vibration, but also the other infinite realities and dimensions. And when we're in that light frequency, because light shines energy, and it brightens, and it releases, and it sort of like it transforms all things. It's like in darkness there's light and stuff like that. And in that sense, it's like that. The light is symbolic of consciousness, is symbolic of the light frequencies of higher awareness, higher understanding. So the more that we can remain in these inner, in like the universal law of consciousness, the universal law of correspondence, the more we open to be in light frequencies and light vibrations. And this is what I think this time's about. I mean, I've been talking about the shifting coming, and I feel there's a massive shift in the light frequency. In the light frequency as well, there's harmony, there's peace, there's balance, there's security, and I can feel it this morning in my own vibration as I was sort of like linking into this morning. That's what I was feeling. I was feeling this sense of peace, this sense of harmony, this sense of clarity, and this sense of security. Um, there's many sort of like aspects of um, our human self and our reality again that we're being caught up in the external world and the external pressures of being human and living this physical reality, the everyday stuff. And being in the light frequency allows us to shift and change and transform that. And again, the light frequency directly connects to transformation and transmutation. Transmutation is such an important concept of spiritual tools and practices, because what it tells you is that you can transform and transmutate. But transmutation is different states of consciousness, it's different states of beingness. So it connects directly the different states of vibration and frequency, and what we are, and everything, all reality is just vibrations and frequencies. And this is why this light activation and this light vibration, this light frequency that I've been feeling this morning is so important. Because when you're in that light, you're open as this channel to once again receive that oneness vibration, the oneness frequency, but also directly connect to source light creation and the co-creation. And this is what our being is. Our soul is directly connected to the source energy, and it's also, it anchors and holds a vibration and frequency. And each soul has come down with this vibration, this frequency, to shift and change this world, shift and change this planet, shift and change reality. So we all hold those vibrations, and each soul is a channel for that. And that's why it's important that we open up to our soul vibration, our soul frequency, because it allows us to have a direct link to higher consciousness, higher awareness, and the higher frequencies that are needed for this planet to shift and change it. And this is why we're moving into the universal law of rhythm, which teaches us again about spiritual evolution, spiritual growth, spiritual expansion. And this is what this time's about, and this is what's going on. This is what the masters teach through universal laws, and they bring that through, and they are bringing through new states of consciousness, new states of awareness, as with the infinite beings of different vibrations and frequencies, and they're all working in perfect union to bring this consciousness, bring this light, bring this energy back to this planet. And each soul when it was in source light creation, and it was in the perfect realms of light, energy, vibration and frequency, were integrating these new vibrations, these new frequencies, to come down and then express them, to bring this new reality, this new vision to the planet. And this is what we're doing now. And this is why it's important that we all sort of activate this awareness, this consciousness within this reality in this time. It's creating a new vision, which is what's needed. Each spiritual being within the spiritual realities hold these vibrations and have made a commitment, like to be born in this reality, to bring us a different state of consciousness, to bring it back into spirituality. This is what they did in Atlantis. This is what they did in Lemuria, and this time again is very much that. It is at that time of higher vibration, higher frequencies, and it's asking us now, each and every one of us, to awaken. And this is part of the ascension process. The ascension process is coming back into oneness, coming back into one being, one consciousness, one light, one vibration, to bring this wisdom, this understanding. Each and every being on this planet, as in its soul, holds infinite wisdom. Infinite wisdom of the source creation, vibration, frequency, design. Each and every one of us holds it as soul beings. But you remember, we're not human beings, we're soul beings of soul light. We're spiritual beings of light, energy, frequency. And each and every one of us has come down for that reason, for that whole purpose. That's why we're here, is to bring that new vibration, bring that new frequency, bring that new vision back to the planet. And this is the purpose of each and every being. And this is why it's important that each and every one of us awaken, and each and every one of us become aware of our soul frequency, our soul vibration. And this is what they did in Atlantis and Lemuria, and this is what we're doing now. We're doing that in this time. It's about a time of awakening, a time of remembering. It's about a time of bringing our qualities, our soul qualities, our soul vibration. Because once we awaken to our soul qualities and our soul vibration, then we are also awakened to our soul wisdom and our infinite wisdom, which is why we're here. We're here to bring that light, that energy, that frequency, to shift and change the consciousness of the planet, individually and collectively, and then once again to once again connect to the collective, the massive collective of source light creation consciousness that's out there, the many different realities, the many different dimensions that are of light and energy, beings that are bringing and sharing consciousness for this time, this age. And this is what this time's about, and this is why it's so important that we activate and we remain in these light frequencies, because the more we can do that, the more we can dissolve the lower frequencies to bring these higher frequencies to the planet. And that will, what that will do is shift us individually, shift us collectively, but also shift us planetary, and once again align us with the infinite beings of consciousness, of the infinite beings of reality and light. And once again we can be harmonized and be in union with it. And the diamond consciousness works on that with the soul, the higher self, the oneness vibration, source light creation, but also the oneness vibration works with the infinite realities of light and vibration and frequency of many different realities and many different dimensions. And this is like the multi-dimensional being aspect of our spirit, of our soul, of the oneness vibration of source light creation. And once again, we're awakening to that. We're bringing the insight, we're bringing the wisdom, we're bringing the consciousness back to the planet, and each and every one of us are an anchor for that. Each and every one of us hold a vibration, and the more of us that open and awaken to that, the more that we start to bring through and anchor these new vibrations that are needed for this age and this new vision. That's the insight for today.